Alright, Steelers fans, how are we doing on this fine afternoon? Today I'm just going to be going over some quarterback targets in next year's draft class. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'll be listing their overall ranking on PFF's big board, as well as listing some statistics and just overall an overview about the players and helping you get to know them. So without further ado, let's get this ball rolling. And I start off with my number one quarterback target. I have the quarterback Lenore Sellers from the University of South Carolina. I would put Arch Manning here. However, I feel that Arch Manning will return to college for another season after this year. That's just my opinion. He's only 20, and he's also just a redshirt freshman. So, we'll see, but that's just my honest opinion. And now go back to Lenore Sellers here. On the PFF big board, he's ranked number 56. There's a decent bit of quarterbacks ahead of him. However, I think this is honestly a perfect rating for him. I think he's the best quarterback in this draft class. And honestly, it's a little close, but nothing crazy. He's an athletic. He's got good vision. He's got a great arm. He's really got everything you can look for. He seems like a good character. And I would be so thrilled if he goes to the Steelers. However, I feel he's going to rise up these draft boards as the season goes on. And I don't think he'll eventually land with the Steelers. However, this would be my number one target. And now on to my number two target. That is the quarterback from Arizona State, Sam Leavitt. He's also a redshirt freshman, similar to Arch Manning. However, I do feel he's just probably worse than Arch Manning. However, I just like Sam Leavitt's play style for the Steelers because I feel he's a very similar guy to Big Ben. Not in terms of height necessarily, but he's an accurate guy. He's got a decent arm, but it's not it's the greatest arm of all time. But it's pretty solid. He also doesn't turn the ball over, which a little different from Big Ben, but not totally. But the part that really reminds me of Big Ben is he had 34 missed tackles on the ground, which was 5th among Power 4 quarterbacks. He also won the Big 12 as a starting quarterback in year one at a new organization, which is really something else. He brought them from the shadows of the death all the way to the top, from 3-9 to the college football playoff. And they really should have won because Matthew Golden dropped that ball, but the refs didn't see it. So yeah, that's why he's my number two guy. And now moving on to my number three guy, I have Drew Aller, the quarterback from Penn State. He's a junior. Will be a senior next year. 6'5". I did not realize he was that tall. He also weighs 235. This is Josh Allen build right here. Maybe even Big Ben. Looking at some of these stats, he's ranked 17th on the big board for PFF, and also for Sam Leavitt, he was number 22. Forgot to mention that, but Drew Aller, 17 on the PFF big board. He has a rifle arm. He threw a decent bit of touchdowns, but it was still only 20. It was 21st in the nation, which you would like to be top 10 if you're gonna be in the top 20 in terms of NFL draft prospects. But you can live with that. His last game was really bad though against who they play, Notre Dame in that Orange Bowl game. 36.6 PFF passing grade. That cannot happen. It just straight up can't. In the clutch, you gotta be able to go hard. You can't go home. You gotta be a dog. And he just wasn't a dog on that day. So very big body. He can run a little bit. He's old, but he's not gonna be like Josh Allen running the ball doing those. He might do QB sneaks, but he's not gonna run the ball I have a 45-yard rush on every 5 weeks. But he can tuck the pigskin and run for a little bit. And now onto my next target, I have Cade Klubnik, the Clemson quarterback. He's ranked number 5th on the PFF big board. But just realistically, he's not going to be a target for the Steelers. He's going to go before the pick. But even if he was, he's Clemson's golden boy, if I'm being honest. And, he should be. He's a great player in all phases of the game, in my opinion. He's got good accuracy, good throw power, and he can also read the field pretty well. He was 5th among all quarterbacks in America with 28 big-time throws, that's a very solid stat by himself. All right, and then my last quarterback here is going to be Fernando Mendoza. He is the Cal quarterback, but he just transferred into Indiana. There's been a lot of hype around him, and I've been seeing some mock drafts of him going to the Steelers. just taking a quick look at him, he's ranked 117, but that'll definitely go up throughout these years. Yeah, so I mean, 67% completion percentage, pretty solid. His touchdown interception wasn't too good. You know, like, this definitely won't be a first-round guy. However, second, third, not even second, but like third, fourth round if he's there, I would take a shot on the rookie. And let's see how he also does in Indiana's offense with Kirk Cuginelli calling the plays. You know, maybe he can be better than offense, but also, just even as it is now, you know, he seems quite athletic. He seems like a good kid, you know, and yeah, 6'5", 225, a little not as heavy, but still a very solid prospect. And this is my number 5 target because Carson Beck is the opposition. I am not putting him on this list. He is cheeks. Some other guys, Diego Pavia, really like him. Kevin Jennings, the SMU quarterback, led them to the playoffs last season. You know, Nico Malaiva, he's a crybaby who just wants money. So we're going to stay with him. And as I said earlier, Arch Manning would easily be number 1. However, I just think he's truly going to go back to college after this season. But we'll see what happens, you know. And some other people I might have missed out. Dante Moore, the Oregon quarterback. He was UCLA, then he transferred to Oregon to back up Dillon Gabriel, and now he's back to start this year. John Mater transferred to Oklahoma this season. We'll see how he does there. Miller Moss, probably not going to be the guy. I mean, maybe, but I just don't see that being the guy. And that should be all, guys, but just one final person here. There's also Arkansas's quarterback, Taylor Green. He's ranked 101, but he's a massive human being. 6'6", athletic monster, weighs 230. His age, 22 and a half, or like 22.5 is what PFF says, but, you know. That really just means he's 22 and he'll be 24 during the NFL season, pretty much. So, with that being said, don't forget to keep God first. Love him every single day. Be happy you got him in your life. And here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Yeah, there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And here we go, Steelers. Here we go.